Hello everyone. Welcome to another episode of Around the World.
India-Afghanistan relations took a new turn when India's Foreign Secretary Vikram Misri met Taliban Foreign Minister Amir Khan Muttaqi in Doha. This meeting was not just a diplomatic effort but an example of India's prudence and strategic understanding on the global stage. Engaging with the Taliban, a group seen worldwide as controversial and ostracized, reflects a remarkable balance between risks and opportunities. However, engaging with the Taliban, which many countries have refused to recognize and whose rule faces serious allegations of human rights violations, was not an easy decision for India. This step reverberates through the silent corridors of global diplomacy. Questions are also being raised about India's ideology, whether India is now ready to align with the Taliban, seen as a symbol of barbarism. This move also highlights the challenges of balancing concerns over terrorism and human rights. In today's episode, we will attempt to explore such speculations and answer some pressing questions. India, which have always been committed to stability and development, clarified through this meeting that its objective is to assist the people of Afghanistan, not to support any controversial regime. In this meeting, India expressed concerns over the humanitarian crisis in Afghanistan and emphasized providing aid in food and medicines. India has previously demonstrated its commitment to the Afghan people by sending wheat and medical supplies to Afghanistan. In addition, India clarified its stance on the Taliban terrorism nexus during the meeting. India explicitly stated to the Taliban leadership that Afghanistan's territory should not be used for any terrorist activities. This stance is critical for India's national security and regional stability. Furthermore, India has supported several key projects in Afghanistan, including the Salma Dam, the Zarang-Delaram Highway, and the Parliament building. In this meeting, India expressed its desire to revive these projects to promote stability and development in Afghanistan. India has provided over $3 billion in economic aid to Afghanistan, significantly contributing to its infrastructure, health, and education sectors. Talking about Afghanistan under Taliban rule, the situation remains critical. The international community continues to criticize the state of women's rights, education, and human rights under Taliban governance. India also conveyed a clear message to the Taliban leadership on these issues. This meeting in Doha is a significant signal that India intends to maintain dialogue with Afghanistan through diplomacy. Although India has not officially recognized the Taliban regime yet, this meeting is considered a step towards deepening ties. India and Afghanistan share a long-standing historical relationship, be it trade routes or cultural exchanges. The two nations have always had friendly relations. Even after the formalization of political boundaries in the Indian subcontinent, the relationship remained strong. The bitterness emerged when the extremist Taliban took control of Afghanistan's territory. Under Taliban rule, the Afghan people have faced numerous challenges. The boycott of the Taliban government prevented many essential items from reaching the Afghan people. Consequently, India and some other nations extended a hand of dialogue to the Taliban. However, India has maintained caution and a balance of diplomacy while establishing relations with the Taliban regime. For India, Afghanistan is not just a neighboring country but a critical player in its security, trade, and strategic interests. India aims to ensure stability in Afghanistan so that no terrorist activities against India can originate from there. Looking at India's record in international relations, it has consistently strengthened ties with the neighbors while fueling its global responsibilities. Regarding Afghanistan, India has raised issues of human rights violations against the Taliban regime prominently at the United Nations and other international forums. This meeting shows that India is ready to work for Afghanistan's interests as an active partner. However, building relations with the Taliban is not easy. India must ensure its cooperation with Afghanistan serves the interest of its people and that its policy against terrorism remains clear and firm. Notably, this meeting could mark the beginning of a new chapter in India-Afghanistan relations. US President Donald Trump has requested the Supreme Court to halt the proceedings in the New York trial court against him. It is related to the USD 1,30,000 payment made to porn star Stormy Daniels before the 2016 elections. Trump was found guilty in this case by the New York jury, although he denies the allegations. In a recently filed petition, his lawyers argued that under the doctrine of presidential immunity, Trump should be exempted from such punishment. In fact, the New York Appellate Court had rejected Trump's appeal to halt the sentence. Judge stated that Trump will not be sent to jail and could be released unconditionally, while Trump's lawyers argue that this case contradicts the Supreme Court's decision, which grants immunity to former presidents from criminal prosecution. The Kochi Dialogue will be held in Kerala on 16th to 17th January 2025. This is a Track 1.5 diplomacy conference, a historic initiative aimed at strengthening relations between India and the Gulf Cooperation Council. The Secretary General of the GCC, Jassim Mohammad Al Budaiwi, has been specially invited to the event. This program is being organized by the Center for Public Policy Research in Kochi, in collaboration with the Indian Ministry of External Affairs. This two-day event will focus on India's Look West policy, people, prosperity and progress. It is the first of its kind and is designed to enhance cooperation in critical areas such as trade, energy, education and maritime security. Recently, Indonesia has joined the BRICS organization. This step enhances its economic ambitions, aligning with President Joko Widodo's 8% GDP growth target. Membership in BRICS has provided Indonesia with opportunities to engage in global trade partnerships, attract investments, and expand its global influence. Being part of BRICS Plus have given Indonesia a platform for infrastructure development, technological cooperation, and advocating for the interest of the global South. Indonesia's trade with BRICS reached USD 150 billion in 2024, with major exports including palm oil, coal, and rubber. This membership has been aiding investments in infrastructure, technology transfer, and trade diversification, which are helping to achieve the country's 8% GDP growth target. This step could prove crucial in strengthening Indonesia's economy. So, viewers, we conclude the discussion here and note today's question. How can the recent diplomatic meeting between India and the Taliban be viewed in the context of international relations? Discuss its potential impacts and India's foreign policy strategy.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.